Wait, I just saw your sock.
Yep.
Oh my god, that is precious.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago,
Okay, you do.
I got one of those.
We were just talking about this, and then he handed it to me, and it's and now, and I was like, I just use this as an example about whatever, but this because this is such a realistic one, and now I have William and Millie. No.
I'm clicking the share button and
Okay.
stuff like that. Oh, man, that ring is pissing me off. Sigh. It just is the way it is, I guess. I guess I can find it here. Well, I hope your friends will tune in, since you went through the trouble of getting the things. I'm sure they'll all tune in. Tune the hell in. And click share and stuff and things. Alright, if I share the poet and share, I think I already did that. Share to a group like ilyAIMY. And definitely need to share tonight.
Ooh, Jack Arnold can't wait for Kate.
Aww. Buckholdt. Oh my god, that's so funny. That's better than what I'm used to hearing. I'm like, whose name sounds like that hole? You're crazy.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. We missed you last week. We had an IRL gig. Or Rob and Heather did, rather.
Awesome.
Share Rob's open mics. Europe. Kristen Jones, I forgot to plug in my desk mic, and so I'm not like.
Oh, so you're not actually audible. Oh.
That's terrible.
If you're just hearing the sounds of faint Rob mumbling,
Or less than faint.
ululations, he's forgotten to plug in his desk mic, so we're just going to deal with that while he does the sherry things, the tech things.
Action waves.
Hello, Tracy.
You saw Tracy.
Tracy, you did? Aw.
Okay, well, hopefully that's gonna be.
Did you decide what you want to
Nope.
start with? It'll be a surprise to all of us.
No freaking clue. Well, I'm in that tuning.
Let's start with that.
Yep, I think that's my plan.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everybody. Right, okay, we'll do a vampire. Oh my god, so by the way, since the last time we tuned in, we have decided on the best vampire movie.
Renfield.
Renfield. See Renfield. Not now. Wait approximately 2 hours and 3 minutes, and then go watch Renfield. It's available on whatever it's available on, and it's really just the best Dracula movie there ever was that we know of. Because Nicolas Cage should always be Dracula from now on, and vice versa. Dracula should always be Nicolas Cage.
Do you think it'll happen?
No,
Oh.
no, I don't think there will be a second one. I don't think there'll be a third one, which is probably fine. I guess that's okay. Welcome to Live from the Lair. We were playing in Catonsville, just down the street, which is awesome, last week, Wednesday, at a wonderful Mexican food place where I had the best birria tacos I've ever had.
Oh.
Just so you know, in case you wanted to know what my mouth had been doing approximately exactly 7 days ago at this very moment.
Our special guest tonight is Kate. We'll tell you about her after the song. What's going on?
talented, wedded cellist, smart and lithe and kind. She'd work her fingers to the bone for a song. Someplace mundane and go someplace exotic. Deep inside the dream, our lives were flawless. But ain't life a bitch, I still penny pinch. I could barely save a dime. I've been rubbing up on poverty like a cat who's flirting, hunger leaving. Deep inside the dream, our lives were flawless. Steady on when it's time else to spring again. I got nothing in my pocket. The seasons don't mean anything, no. Steady gone. Circle back to spring again. I got nothing in my pocket and nothing up my sleeve. I dreamt there was a sickness. It took its toll on the land. Wash our hands with a wedding band. Chapping lips and fingertips, we stayed someplace mundane, cause any travel seemed exotic. Deep inside the nightmare, our lives were flawless. Steady on when sun melts to spring again. I got nothing in my pocket. The seasons, they don't mean not a thing. Well, steady gone, full circle back to spring again. I got nothing in my pocket and no one on my arm. You know how you forget all those names when you leave your bed. You just faintly remember to regret leaving something warm. You know how you forget all those dreams when you leave your bed. You just faintly remember to regret leaving something flawless. There was a sickness. That's just not even the right verse, but we'll do the right verse in a sec, because that would be a better verse to play. I dreamt I left the city, but everyone was starving, feral. They'd kill you for a song. Masked faces, lowered eyes, and lips were so exotic. We're in danger for our lives when everyone is lawless, lawless, yeah. Steady on when time melts to spring again. I got nothing in my pocket. The seasons, they don't mean not a thing. Well, steady gone, full circle back to spring again. I got nothing in my pocket.
Woo!
All right. Now that that's out of the way, I wanted to introduce our fantabulous special guest this evening. Her name is Kate Buckholdt, but she goes by Penbleeds. Penbleeds.
True.
Penbleeds. Penbleeds?
Let's see. Kate B Penbleeds, yeah.
Okay.
However that was.
And you've been coming to my open mics for, since pre-COVID, obviously. I feel like Dave was talking you up for a little while, and it was like, she like does that fast poetry raps, I think, and I'm gonna bring her up to T-Volve one night. You'd really like her. She's really great. And then he bought me a couple of cables that were entirely the wrong cables to get from your phone to my thing and whatever, because he didn't know my board real well yet. But like, we found a way, and then you started coming up to T-Volve. I should have looked this up because I did like when Jules was here a couple weeks ago. I did research. Like I went back to see how long has this man been coming to my open mic since like 2011. I think we determined like a long time. But you had been coming long enough that you came to T-Volve and you were frequently at Busboys and Poets.
Yep.
And then we got COVIDed out.
Yep. I
And then
remember that.
I haven't been able to get rid of you since. It's been great. You were at like all the VOMs. And
Yeah,
you've
every
been
time
at
you
the
get
Spark and
try to get rid of me, I pop up at one more thing. So I probably gave up.
Love it. And you've just gotten faster and better and more whimsical. Like I haven't heard anyone spin the tales of lovelorn clams the way you have, and and then you don't shy away from scary real world politics, and you weave back and forth into all sorts of stuff. And so it is a pleasure to have Kate B Penbleeds all down in the Lair.
No.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Cool. No, for reals.
That's the way I roll. Is I try to make the awkward intro happen, and then we don't quite know what to do with each other, and it's fun.
I'll just keep looking at you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Did you want to,
We can just
see
play music. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, you.
That's probably the best plan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a good way to start. I was thinking of just starting with a little warm up kind of one, and y'all could join or something. Okay. This, a lot of my, most of my tracks, especially for these years that we've known each other, I just kind of pay for use of them from a couple beat producers that I don't know personally. And then a friend of mine, a musician, Mike Bennett, I've been recently using a lot of his tracks, so this is actually one of his. Is that? Oh, you terrible tarot. Oh, me, emotional scarecrow. Oh, he is the inch or ego. Oh, dear, I'm so fearful to doing anything. I must understand everything. A grain of sand becomes a beach in my mind with water and others and summer. And an atom is a universe, yet the reverse offers me comfort. I'm a convertible, but don't blow my cover. I am only one lover, only one piece of my whole mother. Underneath me is a world of suffering. I'm above it somehow, not beyond it nor beneath it. I could break my teeth on my own ground if I believe I need it. Am I conceded or concede defeated? Please tell me, I sure can't tell. My tongue swells to stop my words from piercing my pen, my friend. Permanently inking for my productive clearance. A doctor trusted to believe, but I'm fearing. I should seek engages beauty, unless the proof is in the pudding. Always the truth is just so soothing. This kissing booth is closing before my grand opening. Standing alone is not freedom, but a safety. Ranted to know it is not completely like erasing me. I retrace my steps to run from what's chasing me. I am glass of the stones, life sewing, healing me. Am I a rock or a paperweight? No, it is at my planet in my inner space, so still I meditate. Is it my Milky Way that I lactose intolerate? Not so lassoed, I tend to hesitate. So that I'm not always a candidate. Too damn to evaporate. Saturated, I contemplate. Condemned to concentrate. Damned if I contemplate. And damn, I'm so complicated. But why ever roam? Why leave from this home? You don't knock my stones and I don't knock what you know. Emotional psychometry. Your hair, facial physiognomy. I am scared to prepare. We still share life stairs and break new barriers. I am bright and pale. You are dark and beautiful. Sweet suitor, so suitable. See my many facets. Lay me under faucets. Preserving my little pieces of my little lockets. Many burn holes. Check my pockets. Empty. Nothing lost to cut my losses. I had no voice yet full of words like lozenges. I'm at to live to loss again. I dream of doing wake and frost again. A little so lost again. I skip all your philosophy. Check fallacies. in my body, colossal finder physics. How this is on the hands of deep, deep. Mostly, no one knows yet, nothing is secret. So hard to keep an emotional baggage beyond through sleeping. Feelings finally leaking, everything they're all painting me lead free and brightly, please. I'm tripping up into sacred geometry, belongingly. I broke on patterns, so shatterproof, ready, hurt from melting. I am splatterproof, mind of a medical. I want to introduce my truth in a meeting of full landmines. I'm on relay lifeline, and I'm standing here bulletproof. Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't do it, don't be stupid, and make me proof the hate, ruthlessness to whom you know it's you. But back to new. I once was borrowed and more than twice I was blue. Brother the nicest thought ponds for the darkest ice. Our cold senses and your ice picks priceless. We're always brothers, so let's just do it. Go through it, solve over stars, towards to the freedom we are longing. There's enough belongings there, whether puzzles we are like seven apostles. We are the keepers who keep us hostages for freeing processes. Let no one box us in again. Not quite out of the woods, it'll all be good, all would be damned if they fall into the creeks or deep crevices. These have been leaving them, I walk through them. Wait, you're calling and I'm back to us again. For us back to be crushed again, to crush again. Temper, just catch me, lumber, juxtaposition. I am undriven, no polish, winter dead. I know the way out now, just listen. My skin no longer thin and sore now. It's not even winter now. That emotional trap of a season, this sad excuse for a reason to stop living then. When things that messy mess me up to be reborn. Better than before to settle old scars and old scores with love and patience, not wars. Silent battle, snakes and grass that rattles me under my feet. Clean breaks I shattered until again I am complete and gathered. Enjoying the heat and the bright light of day till you reach me at night when we should sleep. Well, the thrill will be cheap, but all but too rich to not just let you see me. You have this pull on me like a moon pulls on the ocean, causing currents. My heart finally can swim against. You may be fishing me just for sport, throw me back in again after. I may be wishing you wanted to be more sort of a support mutually, and we come back around now and again. Sooner or later, damn you with a wave breaker. My mind flies far and fast like a rocket. Your heart will slow and careful like a boat floating by knots, not along my body of water that's rarely, if ever, far beyond my memories. Water crashes you once more back on to me. Let's just see. Nice. Sweet.
That's just hot.
Well, great seeing y'all. No, I'm teasing.
All right, so our audience feedback is fucking rad.
No.
Go Kate from
Aw.
Bethany.
Sweet.
Tracy wants to know, how are you breathing?
Oh my God, that's. I'm glad you mentioned that. I gotta start doing that.
I wonder
Sweet.
if, you know, Rowan circular breathes when he plays didgeridoo. I wonder
If you could
if
teach
that's
me it.
possible with...
No,
No?
that's not the way circular breathing works
Oh.
at all.
Oh, because there's always something coming out of my mouth, I guess.
Heather's on the back end there helping us out with a couple things. So I want to give her a shout out. And if you want to give her a shout out too, you may, because she's reading the comments along with us and everything. She's back home in the Owings Mills. Man, yeah, I feel like all of my Lair banter is out. It's been a very...
You've been down here all day.
I've been down here all day. I had to use my banter while recording earlier, I think. Heather and I have been recording stuff for the Chords of Courage stuff, and we finished one yesterday, finished one this morning, really, and got another one solidly underway today, and they're really, really cool, but it means my brain is full of computer jargon, which isn't a very helpful way of, communicating with the rest of my species and being charming.
That's a good start.
I just want to tell you hotkeys. Hotkeys. So good. All right, I want to play one more song before we get into, other things that we've
That
actually
we
done together. I
discussed,
think,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Or no, the grandfather song.
We did play that last night.
Yeah, we played that last night.
Dave Eisner asked who wrote this song after we played it.
It's not a very me song. I get that.
Oh.
No, and I appreciate when Dave peps up and is like, what is that? Because, he's heard a lot of music. He's probably heard a good deal. I don't know that he's heard a broader, I don't know. He's heard all sorts of music over the years. And so when I can play something that pegs his antenna, I know that I must be doing something. I must be doing something. It could be right. It also could be just really generously annoying, and he's just like, well, who wrote that so I can avoid them in the future? I don't know. We've been working on a version of this with Rowan on baron and his partner Brooke on flute.
Oh,
It's really good.
oh man.
My grandfather told me about his boat. He might have said ship, I don't really know, but he ran to the front as the planes roared in. He might have said back, it was a long time ago. My grandmother told me about running away. She might have said towards, I don't really know, but the planes roared in, the planes roared on. They only dropped paper, but she never came home. But who can you blame when the world goes to hell? Non-stop at supper, she never shut up. Like if she left space, she'd remember the town where she grew up too fast. Left even faster in the dead of the night, never making a sound. Lips pressed tight, hands pressed tighter, the thrum of a bomber, the buzz of a fighter. Stumbling with nothing, they carried my uncle. It wasn't really fair, but it sure was something. Can you blame when the world goes to hell? Since I never bent, I'll never bend unless I do. And since I never broke, I'll never break unless I do. And since I never lied, you know I will always be true. And I will never die until I do. Dinner was tense on the 4th of July. I've learned what it means when my dad looks away and my grandfather flinched in the rocket's red glare, like there was something in the air I just couldn't smell. We slowly went deaf, we slowly went blind. In my grandparents' house with their overstocked shelves, we tossed out his stories, we tossed out his crimes. We threw it all out like it didn't mean something. Who can you blame when the world goes to hell? Who can you blame when the world goes to hell? Who can you blame when the world goes to hell? If you spend your life writing, you've got only yourself. You see how Kristen has to like watch me to see if I'm going to jump up and down at the end or do something like unnerving. She's like, okay, I think he's ending. He's actually ending the song the way we've done it before. I love you, dear. I've been amazed. Like, I feel like there was something I did with. Well, we had two shows this weekend. One of which was a full band show, and one was just Heather and I. And those are the two like extreme edges of what we do as ilyAIMY when I'm singing with anyone else, really. And with Heather, just Heather and I, she follows me like so insanely tightly. And I have, over COVID especially, Kristen and I have deviated from the way the songs used to be. They've evolved away. And so I have deviated from the way the songs used to be. And Heather has really been amazing at keeping up with the strangeness that I've introduced to them. I don't try to change. It's evolutions. It's evolution. It's all about evolution. Kate probably has some pieces about evolution, but that's just me guiding and me leading. Passing a leading question out there. I don't know. Kate,
Yeah.
what you got for us?
Well, that does kind of inspire me to do.
I was hoping.
Well, I think maybe, extra patriots haven't. I love that I just haven't done these in a while, but this kind of goes along with that. It's really about just like animals that are extinct due to climate change and human activity. So it's really, I don't know, like uplifting.
No, good. I was hoping for something uplifting. That's good.
I brought the cheer, my friends. Yeah, so. Okay. Shall we see what happens?
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you. So anyway, no, just kidding. Our brothers and sisters, please listen. Many of us have gone missing. Out on ranges, at treetops, sandy beaches, inside of caves. A siren blows shivers down rivers into ocean waves. She waves goodbye to those it's too late to save. Those taken by anthropogenic extirpation and climate change. So now, come down by the Great Barrier Reef, living quite well were the Bramble K melomys on a small coral cap in the Australian Northeast. What a bunch of sweet little 6-inch short-eared peoples, well rodents. Either way we love their long tail and large feet. Gray-bellied auburn cutie quarter-pounders living in flats 10 feet above water surface. Worked perfect until the man came with their plans and purpose. Then rising waters from global warming caused mass drowning, home wrecking, and murder. Our Bramble K melomys were the very first mammalian extinction, strictly from the pause and acidity of human activity, and so many will follow it sickening. R.I.P. Bramble K melomys. Continuing down the rodentia, the bulldog rat deserves a mention, endemic to Christmas Island before all vanished, on the coast of the Indian Ocean. So sailors came, and unbeknownst to them, they were the vessel of permanent damage. Packed black rats aboard, carried disease in like swords, and killing every bulldog rat in one Christmas slaying season. Over in Cebu, Philippines, worked the precious warty pig. Due to habitat destruction, this fine neighbor has become extinct. Called Babu Sulap and Cebuano when they had its cutest pinchable jowls, and if you'd had the chance, you'd want to. But it's too late, and ain't that some guano? Now to Guam we've come along to mourn, to stand where they were from. The little Mariana's fruit bat, so little it had a 2-foot wingspan. The Guam flying fox. Don't look up for them, look back, as they are a thing of the past. Ruthless poaching and loss of habitat took these peaceful vegans and all the Micronesia tiny megabats. Gentleness did them no favor. Death not senseless enough to bear savior. In North America, the sea mink is deemed recently extinct, seaward leaning from New England shore. They were the biggest minks, most adorable, that made the most desirable furs. The greed for their red hair and big size led exploiters to retire them all. Whoops, that's unregulated trade, folks. Bloodbath for their warm and cozy coats. Many times from the traps laid, a sea mink would escape. If it found a small pocket, it hid in the rocky ledge to wait. But it was quickly dug out of it with crowbars to unwedge it, scared and shaking. Or instead, if out of reach, shoot the terrified mink mommy dead. And then, with a sharp iron rod, poke it and prod it to get her body out. Out of sight, hidden from these human beasts, they'd smoke them out. First suffocated, then retrieved. They were hunted in daylight, so they became active at nighttime. But running just wasn't enough with no place to hide. They were never ones to fight, so eventually we said our final, painful goodbye. Now, there is a true tough guy that comes to mind, the western black rhino. Though since 2006, there have been no signs of life. Poached them right to their collective demise. Usually they just browse around for shoots and leaves to eat and used a keen sense of scent and intensely sharp hearing. They were very nearsighted but could snap around 180 degrees in a split second. Still too many poachers managed to approach close enough to checkmate them. Western black rhino went from once the most abundant to now zero incumbents. Only their horns on wealthy mantles for owner's glory. Real pieces of them displaying the points of their real sad story. Coral biodiversity is facing enormous adversity. Not all loss is irreversibly, but it's a delicate balance of weight on an eggshell. The coral reef is so depleted, bleached, and diseased beyond belief, and so many of us have really meant well. Climate change destroys and degrades domains and threatens survival of each group forced to rearrange and meet new predators, new strains. Change in environment can compel migration. Breeding times are early, and so too early ends to gestation. And the warmer the sand of incubation, the more the green sea turtle eggs hatch female on these warm nesting beaches. Up to 99% chicks, unbelievably. These turtles are endangered, and the gender imbalance challenge caused by tampered weather as a nurture, not nature. Plus, interbreeding of these greenies, climate-inspired hybridization is making genetic mutations. The last green sea turtle is something we're truly facing. Please, let's use less plastic, less packaging, less murdered fashions. And I'm pointing to myself as well, as it's a call to all to take realistic action. Your favorite animal is asking. Fun.
Very nice. Your "Ain't That Some Guano" line resonated with
Oh, fun.
people.
It's like, there's just a second of lightness for one moment. Okay, cool. Oh, Pete. Oh, Pete. Awesome.
That was fantastic. Yeah.
Thank you.
We put a link to Kate's YouTube channel up there. You can subscribe. Smash that subscribe button. Whatever the kids are doing these days.
I feel like that leads me to our own end of the world
Okay.
sort of song.
Yeah. Keeping it cheery here for you on Wednesday
right.
nights.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, rapid fire awesomeness. I thought Rob had a lot of lyrics, but I think Kate wins for volume of lyrics. We've had fun collaborating with the song with different artists and making a different thing each time. So we're going to do that again.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Oopsies.
So this is a song that has been written from a place of profound cynicism. But Kate came along, and I think she showed me how there can be some optimism with this after all. By saying, yeah, maybe the rising oceans will take away our playgrounds. But she's got some clams that'll be happy about it. Once upon a time, the sun was bright, it all worked out. The ocean's rising, more space to swim. Fall right in, it'll keep you fit. The ocean's rising, hey, one last time. Lie and say it's fine. Once upon a time, you didn't have to hide, so we built a wall. The ocean's rising, brick by brick, hand hand over hand and fist by fist. The ocean's rising, hey, one last time. Lie and say it's fine. Hey, one last time. Lie and say it's fine. Hear what Kristen has to say first. Hey, one last time. Lie and say it's fine. Hey, one last time. Lie and say it's fine. Fall asleep, my little one, but don't dream big. Get married young and don't have kids. Look both ways and then decide. Fall asleep, my little one, but don't have kids. Oh man, I just totally. Fall asleep, my little one, but don't dream big. Get married young, but don't have kids. Look both ways, but not ahead. There's no time to waste like your parents had. Hey, one last time. Lie and say it's fine. Hey, one last time. Lie and say it's fine.
We're in the coastal waters of the eastern North Pacific Ocean, in an area between Alaska and Baja California. Now, let's narrow down further to a channel called Puget Sound. Here's the place these two were found. See, the eggs have hatched, sweet. Now, as planktonic larvae, they'll drift vulnerably for 6 weeks. Big enough at last, they're finally about to relax when they crawl along the soft bottom habitat until they come upon their spot, their soft, sandy, muddy tidal flat. They then both settle on in, resting their heads into the seabed, and here will be where their whole lives are spent.
The ocean's rising. The ocean's rising.
Eventually, they'll burrow into the sediment a meter, but do have a range of shallow mud to depths of over 350 feet deep. Once home, they're permanently sedentary, hoping where they live will become their cemetery. They pray every day to remain planted, not uprooted like 1 in 50 are fated to. They stay vigilantly aware while trying not to live riddled in fears, digging away for the first 3 they dig 1 foot per year. They grow a lot, blossoming in this time and process here, going from 0 to 1.5 pounds. It's a blast, and then at age 15, around 7 pounds, they usually max out, just like a human child. Our friends, the twins, only descended into intertidal depth of the seabed of sand, and they could grow to be over 6 feet, because it's been seen. The neck meat, that is, their siphon, slurping water like a Dyson. A subtle shell about 8 inches around, has concentric circles, which tells its age, as well as being stripes, providing insight into past marine life. Sometimes more than just the tip, they're really sticking their neck out, looking like elephant trunks with a calcified beanie cap. Within that impressive mantle is a bivalve canal. Oh, kind of like, well, never mind.
The ocean's rising. The ocean's rising.
These
sweet meats are not just the largest, but the deepest clams on the planet. Perhaps why recreational clammers want 'em like she's a tall drink of water. Right, fellas? You wankers out there just yanking 'em, hooting and hollering, can't wait to boast and sell or swallow 'em. Anyway, back to our friends, the burrowed twins. In their own great bodies, one valve takes in phytoplankton and oxygen. In its big muscle is a dorsal ventral aperture, merely a slit needed for feeding. No biting or teething either. Completely passive, yet historically not rewarded for this decency. These peaceful siblings know all too well about this reality, and still they keep serving perps with their beneficial filtration, water rebalancing.
The ocean's rising. The ocean's rising.
Once they're grown, they'll have extremely low mobility, so it's really crucial not to dislodge them homeless, hopelessly. Not the prey of many, but there are a few who fancy. The sea otters gobble, dogfish devour, starfish gnaw on exposed flesh for hours. A natural delicacy. China agrees with 90% solely there received. Our dude to do daily pray that them their sediment shall keep. Defenseless, extensively farmed and accosted. What of the bullocks on these marine bivalve phallic mollusks? Well, not much, but do trust that they'll piss right in the face of the imbecile who plucks. Sadly, their captors often love it. In Lashutsi, their name means dig deep, which these pricks should do and ask themselves after squirted by this 150-year-old aphrodisiac, or just lap the splashes.
The ocean's rising. The ocean's rising.
They're expensive, so once inevitably over-harvested, their tract is damaged for 39 years before coming back, and they can live to be 179 like one did who was counted. But the problem is the population is very slow to rebound. However, Wesley and Gloria are still burrowing safe and sound for now, but they lost so many friends. The countless times high-pressure hoses blew through town. It comes from above in low tide. And speak of the devil, we're watching and our two guys shrink to hide, recoil, and hunker down for the plow. Wait, but this time high tide rose quickly again, and douched explosive hosers back around, doused and pouted, no doubt outbound, who looks like a big dick now, while our Gloria and Wesley will hopefully never be found. We long they live well in their channel sound.
It's one last time. I'd say it's fine. One last time. I'd say it's fine.
Strange but cool. Yeah, I still say that counts as one of ours, so it's your turn now. Bum, 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 bum.
Wait, I think we should have a moment and just say, just tell the folk. I mean, you heard a lot about the animal in the verses, but that was about
Oh, gooey duck clams
gooey duck.
from the Pacific Northwest, if you didn't catch that.
Why did you write about the gooey duck clams? Gooey duck or gooey duct?
Gooey duck.
And it's spelled like geoduck.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You've
gosh,
seen
I
it?
feel dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. I mean, of course, you would think it's pronounced that way, but as said in the song,
That's
is
so cleverly.
Lashute seed means dig deep, and they're the deepest digging clams on the planet, and the largest, and they're just apparently really sweet and delicious. But it's just, watching some. I just think they're really amazing. When I find these like amazing creatures that are not not like the cutest in regular kind of like terms, but I don't know. I just read about them, and I saw some videos of recreational clammers just going crazy on them. And then when I Googled them and it was described as food rather than an animal, I was like, okay, we're writing a song. I was like, that's not okay. So
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
weird, but funny.
Yeah.
I mean, strange and horrible and interesting.
right.
I'm
Little
very
cuties.
excited about food reactors, and like, bring me the chicken that has been grown in a vat. I'm on board. And if they can make me some sweet, gooey duck clams,
Right.
oh man, that are
All day.
probably not as gooey because I'm not really a gooey food person.
I don't
but I
know that they're
guess-
supposed to be gooey. I
know,
think you
said
gotta
it's not
send that
spelled
one
that
back.
way. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Not that hungry. You know.
Blech, blech.
But yeah, Kate's got a lot of cool stuff about the natural world.
Do you have your bee piece?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We could do that.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah. We might slip into my just being like, I remember you doing this one thing that one time, and I would totally want to hear that one.
No, I'm good with that. Totally. Oh my gosh. This is called the bee's knees. And I was pretty fascinated to learn about just like, I don't know, just all of their jobs and like just that they just don't stop working. And I always just, because people are like, oh, queen bee, I just thought that that might be a really nice role to be in. I was like, wow. But then so reading on about all of their different jobs and different things like that going on in the hive, and then learning that they communicate through dance, I was just like, that's really like just beautiful. So, you know, let's see if I know what is it this? Wait, that seems weird. Uh-oh, sorry you guys. Oh man, yeah, so tell me about yourselves though.
Vamp, motherfucker, vamp. Ugh.
It's been a long time since I was stung by a bee.
I
as a
got
kid.
I got stung for the first time over COVID.
Oh right.
Here I have played a billion outdoor gigs. I've played outside. I've done all sorts of things outside. I wander around outside. And here we are in the middle of COVID where we got to play all these outdoor gigs, and it's a billion degrees outside, and it's awful. And I'm like, oh my God. So I get home from this gig, and I finally flop down on I think I take a shower, and I flop down on my bed, and all of a sudden I feel this excruciating pain. I do this, and I feel this pain in my hand, and there had been a bee on my pillow inside, and it stung me. And that's how I learned that I wasn't allergic to bees.
Oh my god. Wow, that's
Sucked.
kind of scary.
We don't generally have bees in the house. It's okay.
Oh no, I'm good with them. Why
Okay.
is this sounding weird though?
Fading in and out like that.
Usually this doesn't, but so this is what it's like, playing with me. You know what I mean?
Stuff breaks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stuff
it's
breaks
just
with me
kind of
too.
like, hey, do you know how to operate your simple?
Like how I plugged in my other guitar and it didn't work at all. Yeah. No, it's not just you.
Okay, well, that makes me feel better. Let's see. This might not be. Oh. Oh, yeah. Enter. Let's. I
Bear with
don't
us
know.
just a sec, folks.
Weird. I think probably. It's a shame I don't know which beat this goes with. Isn't this so much fun?
So Heather has the bee story to beat all bee stories. We were playing a gig and she had like a can of iced tea or something, and it was the last song. She took a swig and the bee was on it and stung her in the roof
Bee
of the
wasn't
mouth.
on it. Bee was in it.
Well, yeah.
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 Wow. You guys, I feel really bad for this, but I'm not sure I know what beat is, unless you wanted to give me some music and I'll go with that.
How fast you want it? Kristen, don't look at me that way. That's not what I meant. How hard would you like it? Wait. Kristen, oh my
just-
God. Wait, what?
Oh my gosh, Kristen. No, I'm kidding. I mean, so sorry to
do
Yeah,
that. I should have been more prepared.
We can be your track.
Okay. Wow, that's just, yeah, so, I mean,
That's gonna be faster than that.
I don't know. Well, what do you, I'm so sorry. Is it the time
Well, you
over?
can
Is it
either
9:40?
You can either do no. You can either do another piece, different piece.
Okay, and then maybe
or-
it'll come
yeah,
to
if
me.
if you have a rhythm that you want to throw down, you can do that too.
We'll talk about bees later.
I do
Okay.
Like bees. I don't like bees anymore, anyways. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like, why were we even about to do
I
that?
want to remind you that we share all of our tips with our guests, so you can Venmo at ilyAIMY, paypal.me/ilyAIMY, Venmo at ilyAIMY. You can throw something in there and keep us going. It's a hot day and we're running the air conditioner hard, and we've learned about air conditioning. It's very exciting. Okay. Kate drove all this way.
It's true.
Join with us.
Hours and
What else
hours.
you got?
Well, I could just try another one that is, you know, I might know, you know, just the, you know, about televangelists. It's called Evangelist.
Nice.
And, you know, filled a composition book with all of my information before I wrote this, so it was hard to narrow it down. Antichrist cults, prosperity prophecies, and magnetic mythical ministries acting out the devil himself, twisting scripture, implying sin of the wealth. It's mega, it's MAGA. It's applied rules to rapture, fueled not to prove but to seduce the masses, harass the truth with maniacal laughter. These pastors lead lavish lifestyles of the blessed and the famous, the blasphemous and the shameless, praised and paid as they cometh up from his chambers. Absolutely dangerous. Deranged in lust, you never can trust a faith healer in glasses or braces, a massive sign of sus and bad practice. From changed faces, Bible says that a man of riches heavenly passage is feeble and a bigger challenge than a camel passing through the eye of a needle. Kenneth Copeland, not just rich but evil, needs a fleet of private jets avoiding coach in that tube of demonic people, yet spitting bubonic like preaching super spreading the word of economically depraved creatures. Vaccination says he is the mark of the beast, but I bet his old ass took the first one within reach, peering down his creepy crooked index like the scope of a rifle at his mark. Ignorant and indignant that loose gun rights and school shootings are held apart, rather prayer back in classes. Those stats over decades prove more buried children soon after. That Copeland darkness, piercing eyes and sharp razor teeth where the poison mouth drops open to blow the winds of God upon the corona. Not the crown, the virus, slinging saliva onto the congregation's sinus. Remind them to line the designer pockets and lubricating speech for release of extra tithings. Real funds for false prophets. This is human form of charismatic satanic manifestation, I promise. And in a sermon not long past, it was two guys, one cup, and a demonstration. They each cut their hands, squeezed blood from their fists, swirled to mix. It symbolized becoming part of Jesus. Kenny drank from the goblet, and thus he blessed all to become his parsonage as he so pleases. Peter Popoff, breaking canes so you could walk off, toss prescriptions for faith's sake and Pete's profits. It's crafty spell under which many fell ill or dead. From a boy preacher to a thespian healer, other gimmicks pale in comparison to just how embarrassing his miracles for sale is. Sacred salt and miracle water, not the only declaration of life-threatening pop offers. Addresses and ailments correct, cause to pop off ears is as God speaks it. Selecting who receives relief unless it's his wife in his earpiece, reading from info pre-collected in deceit. Benny Hinn. Heretical charlatan. The truly sick aren't welcome in to healing action. The well may pay financial thanks to be slapped by his magic jacket in his theatrical practice. But back-to-back drug overdoses of close strap, why not bless them both with second chances? They were your friends, Hen. You withheld their deliverance. This illusion is exposed by the son of his bro. His short collars kept closed his throat, so he chose what shows. A buttoned-up coat over flesh and ghost, something wicked and gross. Paula White,
Trump's little nut to the right took the sword of the Lord to strike and strike and strike and strike, tonguing it down like a serpent belly along the ground as she shouts evangelic reinforcement from Africa right now, from Africa right now, Africa right now. She said, I am Paula, who is pretty. Where I stand is holy, so I shall not seek forgiveness, only victory. And if you don't send money, your dream will die, your cause will die. Don't make no difference when her jets and Karen hair flag fly. I hear the sound of an abundance of rain. I hear the sound of a victorious plot. I hear the sound of an abundance of pain, and their damnation slumbereth not. However, true God wants me to praise thee, show me the true way. Praise God. Keeping it light.
It's just fun to jam on tracks. I think
it
I
is.
underestimate that. Because I've played along with you on the VOM any number of times, and it's dumb. I never wrote down the keys or anything like that, but I remember like these like.
Yeah.
Get your little flamenco on.
Oh yeah.
Cha-cha-cha. Evangelists suck. Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna play a song
gonna
about
tune it.
Baltimore,
Then I'm gonna tune
Yeah.
it.
but it's gonna be in tune.
Oh.
See, all your little cable doohickeys or whatever. At least you are always in tune. Sean's in Baltimore. Growing up in DC, they never quite got along with me, and everyone had big, big dreams. The beltway grew around us, it was a big ring, concrete circus, and though I had the head for it on, I found charm in Baltimore, an angry city of steel. I found charm in Baltimore, I just wish y'all liked me here. Thank you. Well, politics takes iron and a willingness to steal. The whole scene made a pass at me. I had the look but not the feel. I'm too old to be a savior by 10 years plus some change. I guess I ain't got the heart for it, but even this town thinks I'm strange. I found charm in Baltimore, an angry city of steel. I found charm in Baltimore, I just wish you all liked me here. I've been racing off on interstates, even while I'm married to your streets. My fading sight, it's just a symptom. Honey, ain't you? My
My failing vision is my disease, and I've been racing off on highways. Even when I'm coming home tired to your streets, well, my failing sight, it's just a symptom. Heart, it ain't you. I know it's me. I know it's me. I know it's me. Growing old in Baltimore ain't as romantic as it seemed. And all these kids on my lawn today have all got big dreams. But the failed trains surround us, the failed schools confound us. I guess I just don't have the rage for you anymore. And I found charm in Baltimore, an angry city of steel. And I found charm in Baltimore, so I think I'm leaving here.
Nervous when he does that.
Talk about charm in Baltimore.
Sorry, the battery died on this thing over here, and that's being problematic, and that thing's not working. This is like, I've had a dumb tech day, and I'm feeling discombobulated.
It could be me. I don't know if I.
No,
oh,
it's
okay.
not you.
Every
I
time
just
my
played a
brother
song.
said-
No, it's
Oh,
me.
okay.
No, it's me. No, it's me. No, that's me. No, it's me.
Okay, I'm much more comfortable with
Are you-
that in a way.
Good.
I mean, I'm not for you because it's more complicated for you, but yeah, I'm
Oh,
glad.
no.
I'm glad things aren't breaking down just because I'm here.
Compared to the random crap that I have set up in the past down here, like no, this is simple. It's not a big deal at all. And you are one of the few people who I think have brought me a headphone jack or headphone mic that I actually like. Like I tend to like the sound of it. It's nice.
Okay, good. I'm here for tech support. So, yeah, you were having some trouble with some cables. Okay, describe to me. No, I'm kidding.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah.
Twice. Again? Do it again.
Have you not tried that before calling? Sir, try that.
Oh my God, yeah. What do you mean the cup holder broke off?
Oh my God.
What you got?
Well,
to you.
let's. So you know what?
What?
Ow. So,
Oh.
Nothing.
Did we get you the least that
No.
chair is the chair that is people can play guitar on it, but that's not a thing for you. We could have dragged a recliner
Well,
or
it's a good
some
thing
sort.
you move the so that I can just kind of be like air thrashing, and so yeah, it's been a perfect chair for that.
Okay, good.
I was thinking I could just, even if this isn't the correct track for the bee's knees, I could just try it, and then you guys could also be doing stuff if you felt like it.
Okay.
It should work. I don't know. We'll find out. Is it doing it that again? Okay. Let's begin at the start and then get into harsh parts of this buzzing co-op. Plus, lastly, the fuzzy sock hops of these honeybees, native to Eurasia till the 17th century. Studies have since illuminated and proven some remarkable traits to ruminate, like the way and the why that they congregate. 80% of flowers are pollinated by these bees who forage, plus 3/4 of fruits, nuts, and more that their service affords us. And sincerely, bees, thank you. Say, here's a hive we can enter by our mind's eyes to observe respectfully the hierarchy inside. Ah yes, as expected, one queen, never more. Big little Victoria, about 1 year per, so I guess short-live her. Classically, there's a massive team of worker bees, all she, and created to serve, with only one drone to every 100 girls, and none of the boys carry any of the workload. How cool. Drones are grown for one thing only, not to guard nor harvest honey. Bros are to go mate with the honeycomb crone, our queen on her single 2-day outing, her one and only spring. About 30 to get the job done, and her majesty returns knocked up. Do her praises they sing? Perhaps both proud and sore, our Victoria, destined recluse of royalty, for sure. In service laborious, laying 1,500 eggs a day, and that ain't so glorious. But hey, girl slay. Victoria became queen simply by being laid in the cell designated to receive the royal jelly, packed with nutritious wealth, only the best for Victoria's larval little belly. And all the other girls then modified their ovipositors. Egg droppers turned stingers, when decidedly not the chosen one to bear a bajillion children. So fun. Speaking of, should something happen to take down the queen, their household becomes a delinquent scene, doing bare minimum to function like undisciplined teens in need of direction and meaning. Then these worker bees will raise a new virgin queen in a fertilized egg in a cell fit to receive Queen Victoria's secret straight from the crowns of her people. She's made to be the mother, not the ruler. Drones not raised to be men, more like handsome pool boys instead. They can't feed themselves or sting to protect, while girls are put right to work with no time to fantasize about choice or rest. You've got the nurses, serving brood-rearing purpose, the attendants who groom and feed the queen as she repeats and repeats her circuit. There's maids handling debris and other housekeeping, and ones to hairdress and polish the ones that forage. They're like NASCAR pit stop primpers zipping down the line of disheveled worker bees. The repair crews use propolis to cover cracks and large masses in and on their metropolis. I think this pretty much sums up the jobs of this populace. They transcend their plight of deafness and being nonverbal because their communication is hard to believe, using dance to make requests or pass a word around the circle. First, hard workers need to be cleaned, and to say so, they shake their body and stomp their feet. They promptly receive their treatment, left fresh and neat. A different move calls massage to you. Subtle yet certain angle tip of the chin, and the rub down begins. With no further need said, the other bees tap along her sides and pull her leg joints, relieving aches, making her busy body tired. Also employed is their dance for joy. The bees place their little front feet stacked as they thump their abdomen forth and back to celebrate a queen has risen or something big like that. An alarm dance can be alerted for health crisis averted. There's contaminated food to be deserted, so bees will vibrate rigorous, running zigzag into spiral circles hurried. First, gotta remove the contaminant, and next work extra to skirt a famine. Damn it. Then, when a large load of nectar arrives, the bees strut leisurely through the hive on trembling leggies, a whittle wiggle to sign that the dinner is in sweet deed provided. The tremble is a shake when time is of the essence. They'll shudder for each recruit to follow suit to the blessing. Returning with noses powdered in pollen found at the heart of a flower, at that fleeting source of their golden power. The dance that just the bees needs is the waggle, precise instruction to a sophisticated gaggle. The scout returns, elated and engorged, passing out nectar from a far but gorgeous forage. Once she has their attention, she shapes a sickle through a circle showing direction. Running speed indicates its distance, intensity depicts its quality and quantity in each instance. The waggle dance is reserved for sweet sights 100 meters away of more. And after the gold mine tackle, with packed pollen baskets and full honey sacks, they all head back, hopefully to feast and relax and party. But the bees' work is never done, for the gifts of their systems imparted. And sincerely, bees, thank you. Oh, little bees. Oh. Oh my God, I love it. Oh.
We got Mike McMullen out there.
talking about Mike McMullen.
Yeah.
So tell us about your collaborations with Mike McMullen and TPR.
Okay. Well, just sort of organically came together that we all kind of, like what each other does and just wanted to play around. And as much as that, especially at that time, was something I felt kind of incapable of with my lack of spontaneity and comfort. But yeah, we just fiddle around, make some things up, and then I've performed a couple things, not as many as I would like of the things we've worked on. But yeah, we just have a fun little broship crew of dabbling and putting our stuff together, and I don't think that was a great description, but I enjoy it. Not the description, the collab extravaganzas.
Have you collab extravaganza elsewhere other than just a New Deal?
Well, I did a show that Tom and I both did, and then we did like a couple together down that Lynn Holyfield had us do. But yeah, so I think like we need to field trip ourselves on down to the Spark and kind of do a little trio action.
Consider me forewarned.
Yep, brace yourself.
There's also a Thursday one up here if you.
Yeah.
Did you threaten to come out tomorrow?
I am going to, yeah, because I think I should see y'all Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday at the New Deal for the ilyAIMY show.
Why, that's right. And ilyAIMY, full band minus Sharif, I think again, will be performing at the New Deal Cafe in Greenbelt, Maryland this Saturday, 8 p.m. ET. It's less important that I give you the Eastern time sort of thing because it's not going to be webcast. For those of you who are perhaps in Ohio or something like that, if you leave now, you'll be able to make it. It'll be great.
Yeah.
If you want to sit at a table, call and reserve the table. There will be room even if the tables are sold out, but
not the sitting kind of room.
Yeah. So yeah, we're excited about that show. Thinking about the set list and like trying to unearth some old things and maybe do a couple new things.
Ooh.
Are you gonna? Okay. Yeah.
I hope it comes to me. Okay, let me look up the first word. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. I just got to look up the first
Are
word.
you left undone? That's not the first
Thank
verse.
you.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not the first words. I know. I'm blue balling my. Oh my god. This is like terrible. Yeah. This is really pathetic. Well, it's a good thing that all the lyrics are up on ilyAIMY.com. All you have to do is go and search
Follow along. The
whatever
song
this
is
song is called. Thank you, because that was the next part that was a problem.
Strain.
Load faster, little page. Thank you. No, it's me.
I don't know.
Incomplete and left undone, the chord fragmented, left unsung. City born and city bred, looks like I'm dying a slow suburban death. The rats and the butter and the gutter and the sewer and the rush as they rat race home. As a beast of burden, I can carry my weight. Maybe I try too hard. Back in the woods on a woodland trail, working hard like an animal should be. Wrote my songs in a backwoods bedroom. I ignore the snore of the clock here, and I've been dead for the past 6 days. That's more than Lazarus ever could claim. Back from the dead now, look at me. I'm as strong as I ever thought I could be. Some people are better off dead. Some people shouldn't try so hard. They could and they would, but they can't, so they won't. Send them back where they come from. Send them back where they come from. Don't let step on what these others now could become. No, no, no. Well, maybe it's the clock here. The keeps the blood going. Here that it was my anger or my rage or my father or my sex drive something. Well, maybe it's the fear of the gear and accompanying arm and the passage of time and age and life, vitality, strife. Maybe it's the blood that keeps the heart pumping. Pump, pump, pump. Some people can't be left behind now that they've tried so hard. Just because they haven't doesn't mean that they won't. So you know you can rest here. So you know you can rest here. Don't let them step with these others now to become. No, no, no. I don't have it. This is terrible. Cello solo or something. Yeah, you're doing good. This is great. I'm trying to like play one handed while holding the damn thing up. It's just like, look at bunch. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. This is terrible. Oh my god. Oh yeah. So they think they can break you. Maybe you believe that they can. I know that they tried so fucking hard on me. Yeah. But I found that every time I determined to the left, turning at the wrong right turn. I spent a year lightheaded, no better threaded. Together we went over. This isn't what you're here for. You were meant to go somewhere. Never what you were meant to do. You never should have had to deal with all this. This isn't what you're here for. You were meant to go somewhere. Never what you were meant to do. You never should have had to deal with all this. Strain. Yeah. Strain. You. Incomplete and left undone, the chord fragment, but at least it's sung. City born and city bred, looks like I'm dying that slow suburban death. The rats on the butter and the gutter and the sewer and the rushes they rat race home. As a beast of burden, I can carry you home. Maybe I can help you home. Help you help you
Yes, Train.
Okay, I'm gonna play songs that I know now. Okay, but I'm gonna let
It's good to refresh.
Kate's gonna play a song, and then I'm gonna play songs that I know. It's gonna be awesome, and just songs that I know.
Eric digs it all.
Aw,
I hope his roller coaster was good.
a real one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday, that's what he said. There's some like exciting amusement park that he goes to. Like it seems
And
like
he's in Ohio?
I guess I would
Yeah,
assume.
because that's a big roller coaster state.
Is it
They're
really?
known
I guess
I
it's very
think.
flat. I mean, but I don't know. Is it a big roller coaster state, or
I
just
just
everything
think
looks
that
big
people
because?
end up going to Ohio often if they're into roller coasters, or at least like I feel like maybe they just have maybe they have like one
Island.
really good.
Kings Island, yeah.
Oh, is that yeah?
Is the
Okay,
name
so
of the
maybe
thing.
it's a certain place rather than that they have multiple
no.
hot spots. But that's cool that he went to one. Does he have a little tiny little thing with him?
He goes every week.
Oh,
Oh my
I go every
God.
week. Yeah, whoa, that's awesome.
Eric James Danowski is freaking living life like the right way, I think.
Yup.
I don't know. All its ups and downs. Ha ha! Thank you. And I know that not all of Ohio is a very flat state. I mean, that's sort of your impression if you drive through on one particular route. And then I dated a woman from Ohio, and she set me straight. She had my opinions about Ohio, and she took me to all the nice spots. And I was like, oh, well, shit. Okay. Ohio is actually kind of amazing in a lot of ways, but there is definitely one part in which you would believe that the roller coasters don't have to be very big to stand out from the background of flatness. But yeah, I mean, geez. Then she moved to Galveston. Talk about flat. She's a flip. The tallest thing there is the snails. Horseshoe
Y'all
crab.
I'll vomit if I go on this. So, unfortunately,
Me and Heather will go for a ride and be like, ah, and then we'll come back down. I don't vomit till I'm done with them. And I come back down.
That's the best
Come
time.
and hug my wife and be like, blah, and you'll be like, blah, and you'll be like, blah, and then the whole band will be like, blah.
Oh my God.
And that's why
It'll
we
be
call it
like
the
in
vom.
Stand By Me when they had that pie eating contest and they all started
God.
barfing.
I have vague memories of that movie. So vague and so long ago that I think they'd faded into real memories for a while. Like, it took me a while to realize that wasn't lived experience.
you can
So
watch
good.
it again.
It's not a terrible idea. It's pretty good.
What you got that's
Yeah, you should
not
save us
about
from this.
vomiting, or
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
it's about vomiting.
Well, okay, so I'm inspired by, I've had William at home, one of my characters from my tardigrade love story, and now Rob has given me Millie. So maybe I'll do a song about,
You should get them collars.
aw, they'll love it, they'll love it. Generally, I'm not a stuffed animal person, but it looks like I am just because how sweet this little thing is. So I only have Millie right here. I wasn't planning on doing their song, but I should. This is Laboratory Tardigradas, and it's about tardigrades that live in a laboratory, believe it or not, and it's based on a lot of facts about them. And then this William Water Bear is, in love with, like, the mother of his children, and he's carrying around, like, a portrait of her and describing different traits about her, hoping that someone will recognize that and be like, oh, yeah, Millie, like, sure. You're like, I know where she is, because, so, this is about their story, okay? And I know what beat is. Why wouldn't I? Why? What? Impossible. No, kid, girl. No, kid.
Girl. Kate Girl.
What?
Who
What?
is she? She is Kate Girl.
I wonder if I just. Is this it? Yeah. Sorry, you guys.
Dude, after my lyrical,
No, I think that's some kind of contagious thing for me. Little William Water Bear, in search of his mate who is see-through yet unclear. Oh, Miss Millie, Moss Piggy, I know you're out there. He goes asking around with a portrait of his gal, hoping someone will say, yeah, I've seen her around. Oh, my dear's depiction, let's see. She's a teeny weeny, lumpy stumpy honey bun. Like me, she's open cloaked, full disclosure, transparent microfolk. She's got nothing to hide inside of her birthday suit she molts. Multitasking to shed and poop, that's right. She just robes her coat while releases precious stones. She's boneless but has many a curved appendage. 4 chitin claws per perfect paw. Calcified crab shell but fancy footed all in all. Her limp legs and backing on backwards flow like the train of a gown until they come in handy. A dangling upside down on her purty face, a pursed pipette, that puckered little pumpkin. Aw, shucks, that babe's my dumpling, and she is so strong for one thing. Huge threats, no bother. For example, the pond monster. She just walks along it. That brown hydra, looking like a deadly anaconda, and no drama. She goes with the flow, or frozeness withstanding negative 272 degrees Celsius. She's the most resilient in the universe. Tough enough for 1,000 times a human's fatal dose of radiation. Plus, when water boils her, she endures with patience. Then, like the world is on her darling shoulders, the pressure of 6,000 atmospheres won't fold her. She, or I should say we, can drop down to 3% hydration. Then we become a ton, not in weight but in phase. Knowingly she'll waste away and become like a stunned potato bug in a sugar glass case, hardened and sweetened to taste, but she just waits and waits in a mummified state where she may remain for thousands of days, maybe a decade. Amazingly, with 97% water loss, a simple spritz instant cryptobiosis, and she'll just fill her up and walk it off. Back to a plump, aquatic little bugger, a bad little mother. I've missed Miss Moss the mostest. Oh, Millie, loved at first sight, but she had already left when I met her, and I don't boast this. It was merely a figment of my fine piglet. Even her crystal turds are genuine. After munching and sipping on diatoms, lunches of microalgae silica, which leads to quartz, plus aragonite and chlorella, of course. Moving through her see-through parts, she is what she eats, and my queen, she eats sparkles. Okay. So I suppose that her story goes that she eventually chose to bear offspring. I'd seen her floating with what looked like belly stones, but upon looking close, it was a cuticle sheath in one piece guarding eggs, protecting them a bit falsely. I approached proper. I knew what I offer and also just what it could cost me. I may never find my Millie, and she may never find she's lost me. Parthenogenic, she don't exactly need me, but gosh, let me stop, I'm really going on. So yes, we had some time alone, about an hour. Well, not Millie really, but her old outer. I crossed my claws that our spawn are safe to thrive after all in this molted shell that I must tell you held her likeness well. A couple weeks passed, and when I went back, all of our babies had hatched, and ever since then, I've been in search of my match. Where is my little Millie at? Where is my little Millie at? Just then, someone said she had been drafted as one of NASA's little astronauts, given the honor of Smickle Space Force, or whether asked or asking or not. A half moon ago, the traveling tardies ventured home. So yeah, Millie was there, and I recall I thought I saw her looking awfully small, but I didn't read her as distraught at all. Which way? Yelped William. Promptly, he sees a delicate warrior in anoxabiosis. She was back from space, but out of air, though he's not afraid of her prognosis. William blows her a kiss with a puff between little sty-leaded lips. Within a second, she's fully present. William Water Bear, Millie Moss Pickett, they just clicked and hitched, and there one cell per eyeball, all saw quick. Hear this, here is it, and he cries, Millie mio tardigrada, Millie, oh William, mein kleiner Wasserbeer. And for the rest of their years, it was happily ever from there. It's really true. Yeah, that's my song.
She'd do more stuff with stuffed animals. I really need to write. You're right. I should have relearned my octopus song, and we could have brought all the octopuses on camera.
my
It would have been
God.
awesome,
Yeah.
dancing and screaming.
Yes! Octoparty.
You could do like school programming, like be the cool lady that raps about.
Yeah, the only thing is that the only people that I now still know in school systems are in other states. Though, if you ever want to hook up with the Pittsburgh Natural History Museum, I believe she's interested.
For
but
real?
You'd have to go to Pittsburgh.
That's fine.
Okay.
Pittsburgh looks pretty cool.
We call our cat the fuzzy tardigrade sometimes. When we pick it up. It's like,
No way! Oh.
So I want to make sure there's not like a noise gate or something on your channel. It sure sounds like that.
We're gonna check a thing. While Rob's checking that, we'll remind you can support the night financially at paypal.me/ilyAIMY or Venmo at ilyAIMY. We're just grateful that you tune in every week. Next week, I think we have Heather, because it'll be the first week of the
I
month.
check my calendar, but all my batteries have died for my
Do you
calendar.
need to
things.
get me to get your charger or something?
No, it's that I'm out of holes.
Okay.
Juice holes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're detuning. What could it be? It could be
Do you happen to remember your C
the
minor
C
chord?
minor chord.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got New Deal on Saturday. We've got Annapolis again. That's actually, I think that's the next Saturday, the first Saturday in August. We're back.
Be the
at
first
Dark
time we've
Horse.
played a Saturday at the Dark Horse.
Yeah, we usually play a weeknight, and it's
It's
like,
been so
packed,
nuts,
so-
and I'm kind of worried.
Does that sound like a C minor?
Yep. We're planning some international travel. You may have seen our announcement that we got picked to play at Folk Music Ontario
So cool.
as a showcase.
We should refer to it as going to London, though, I think.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot more exotic. And right now, I mean, I feel like there's a certain amount of Canadian angst right now. Like, it's on fire. We're breathing it. It's a little bit better today. I haven't heard about it in the news today, but I guess that's only because it's not smoky in New York. I feel like we generally hear about it in the news if it's smoky in New York. Like, it could be... you can't see your hand in front of your face here in Maryland, but you won't know why until it's smoky in New York. Anywho, this is a grumpy song. I've had a grumpy day.
Then this is perfect.
I know. Okay, good, good, good. Can't believe. I can't believe this is the way it's going down. Glass houses on the ground and stones thrown all around. The only way that that can play out is on a flat, flat earth, on a round, round world. It's bound to come around again, again. It's bound to come around, around again. I believe this is the way it's going down. Rage and rape and rhetoric. But we monkeys like our vengeance quick, but you think it's justice. Even when it's just us, but on a round, round, round world, it's bound to come around again, again. It's bound to come around, around again. It's bound to come around, around again. It's bound to come around, around again. Spring will come. Spring will come. I can't believe this is the way it's still played today. White man jumps and black man pays, and one man trumps all the sons around the world today. Whether it's Texas or whether Mississippi drowned today, I see someone serving up a toast. Drunk and stinking, seeking sense, but you just have to go and do the math. Bound to come around again, again. It's bound to come around, around again. It's bound to come around again, again. It's bound to come around, around again. Spring will come. It's bound to come around again, again. Spring will come. It's bound to come around again, again. Spring will come. It's bound to come around again, again. Spring will come.
Always springs abound again, waking up anew, of course, after tax and breakup season. seasons through. Budding blossoms bring breathtaking pollen too. Initial days of daylight saved, also provision for spike and fatal car collisions on roads of gusto driven. Plans to pave but played, so we'll see by fall which seeds come to fruition and in what condition. Plant with purpose that spring is bound to come around again, but no promises for stages timing, especially due to lack of mutual service to the green earth supporting us. She may come hot or cold or shower, rain or snow. She may be still or stormy, or when spring comes back around again, it's bound to bear rainbows. Around again.
Can't believe 2216, the Cold War's back, but it's just a meme, and the oil's cheap, and the sun is bright. It's a February spring, it's bound to come around again. 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 Spring will it's bound to come around again. Spring will bound to come around again. Spring will it's bound to come around again. Spring will
Straight Sharif mode over here with the C minor. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, he hasn't been able to make it to gigs recently.
I know
He's
C
working
minor, I know
real
G,
hard,
I know A
so we're
minor.
yeah, we'll draft you. Oh man. So Kristen does not have off nights, as far as I'm aware. She's solid.
Oh, I thought you meant like nights when I don't do anything.
Oh no! I know you take nights
Oh,
off.
okay, that's what I
No,
thought. I was like,
because
oh my
just
god.
frequently I'm at an open mic or something like that, and someone's like, "So where's your wife?" And I'm like, "Home with the cat." I tell a lot of people about how you're home with the cat. It's a frequent topic of conversation. Actually, there's one particular person at the Tacoma Spark who's always watching out for you, because I think it's mostly after I've talked to I'll talk to Kate, and he'll be like, "So where's your wife?"
Really? That's so cute.
And I'll talk to Gwen. Gwen comes out to the Spark every once in a while, and I'll hug Gwen. And as I'm hugging Gwen, he'll pop up out of nowhere and be like, "So, where's your wife?"
I love it.
At home with my cat. It's okay. So, anywho, that's neither here nor there. My wife does not have nights on which she's not on. How am I supposed
She's
to
not
say
a
that?
flubber.
She's not a flubber. She never flubs.
I do sometimes, but it's jazz.
It's jazz.
You
It's
slide
jazz.
in-
Yeah.
slide
It's
into
not
the
like
wrong
this
note.
vacation of like, well, there were things that are supposed to be coming out of my mouth at this moment, and they're just not here. They're not with us this
If I
evening.
had to
They're in
sing-
Hawaii.
If I had to sing lead on stuff, I would probably have off nights.
And I actually want to point that out, that actually anytime when I open my mouth and the words don't come out, they are actually coming out someplace. It is very similar to the thing in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, where the guy curses or he says something random and it falls through a hyperspatial hole and it appears elsewhere in the galaxy, and it happens to translate into a really horrible insult in that language, and then they track it and they're going to like invade Earth. Neither here nor there. My voice comes out of random places. Like actually ventriloquists have been known to just spout Rob lyrics because my words just appear in their mouths and come forth. And, it's like
Oh,
the rats all
man.
mutter in the gutter, in the sewer, in the wash, the rat race home. And it's like, whoa, why did my dummy just say that?
That's what I've been doing this whole time you've known me.
Just
Yeah,
porting
just
the
like-
words.
Yeah, just Rob. I'm just the
Ultimate lyrics.
ventriloquist doll over here this whole time.
Ay, ay, ay.
Dimension. We
Oh
can
my
make an
God.
animated movie about that.
We We could. But it is one of those moments when I'm like, oh my God, you've always got your books with you. That's so freaking smart. I watch people, and I've watched other people do it too, where it's like, it's on my phone, it's on my laptop, don't worry about it, I'll load it up sometime, battery dies, whatever, the website doesn't load, whatever. You're just bathed in the cold blue light. Books. I miss my books.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially these last, like, 11 or something that I've made in the last 6 months. I'm like, it'll take me a while to memorize it. You know, I can do, like, the first one without looking because it's really in there. But I've realized as a result of sort of needing them that it actually allows me to work on how uncomfortable I am performing it in front of people. It kind of it does give me this security. So it's, you know, highly recommend it. You know, if you feel like just jotting down anything, you know, and following along. Works for me. Yep.
I remember one time I used to always bring my little composition books to like open mics or whatever, and because I've always had trouble remembering my lyrics, and the very first Candlelight show wasn't a VOM or anything, or wasn't an ilyAIMY live from the Lair or anything like that. It was a candlelit open mic at Micah when the power went out, and we're all there at this open mic. Power dies. We've all got our acoustic guitars, whatever. It's fine, and we start lighting candles all over the place. And I wrote really, really small at the time, and so I was really snuggled close to a candle, and I'm playing one of my very first songs, except I never played like that. It was always kind of frenetic, and I knocked over the candle and caught my lyric book on fire, and it was a disaster. And so that is one of the reasons why I really tried hard to get away from the books, but I have strong confidence that maybe I wouldn't go back to setting things on fire if
I don't, yeah, no,
Yeah,
I
you
think
think?
you, yeah.
I'm a
I don't
grown-up
know. I
man.
don't think you would do that again.
I've got a degree.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I was an undergraduate.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we could possibly do a Kate and us and a Kate.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, cool. Well, Kate,
Is that
give us your second to last pièce.
Do,
Assuming that doesn't totally throw your idea which one to play.
no, not at all. No, I was kind of loosely just ready for whatever. Well, you had like a request. I don't know if that,
Do you want to do
the
that?
cover, yeah,
yeah,
did you want to?
yeah. That's sort of what I was thinking.
Okay, cool, yeah, because we could
Yeah.
abandon it or not abandon it. And I'm pretty sure I wrote down the correct chords. You just sit right there. You're like, wow, why did I give her that thing? No, I'm kidding.
I remember being in a fragile emotional state at the VOM, and you played this song. And I mean, it was something that was going through the room too. And you broke a bunch of us like that
Oh.
night, and it was intense. And this is one of my favorite songs, and I've never heard anyone else play it. So, thank you.
Oh, cool. You know, I just
No
learned it then and played it, and then I abandoned it, which is what I like to do on the keyboard. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to break anything but eardrums today. I will light the match this morning, so I won't be alone. Watch as she lies silent, for soon light will be gone. Oh, I will stand arms outstretched, pretend I'm free to roam. Oh, I will make my way through one more day. How much difference does it make? How much difference does it make? I will hold a candle till it burns up my arm. Oh, I'll keep taking part.
won't change direction, and I won't change my mind. How much difference does it make? How much difference does it make? I'll swallow poison until I grow immune. I will scream my lungs out till it fills this room. How much difference? How much difference does it make? How much difference does it make?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn that
Some Pearl
song.
Jam.
I have trouble playing songs that are highly emotional to me, especially the things that I remember, because it's like I get teary,
Yeah.
and it's hard to sing that way. Where'd you first encounter Pearl Jam?
Well, I was like a die-hard Nirvana fan, so it's sort of like a little bit of that rivalry, but like
Right,
I
right.
couldn't, I was probably like 11, and it just sort of, it was just like, I don't like this. It's like, why are you listening to it so much? So, yeah, just, I guess, like, just 6th grade accidentally, came across it or something, and, there's
What
some
was that time?
some great ones, yep. Yep.
I had a crush on Eddie. That's mostly why I liked.
Yeah. That'll do it,
Yeah.
I don't think I had any bands that I was just like enamored with because I had a crush on the.
You might not have had a lot of choices for the female.
Sheena Easton floated my boat,
Yeah.
but I think I followed my father's footsteps a little bit with a crush on Crystal Gale, Linda Ronstadt.
Uh-huh.
The female singers who appeared on the Muppet Show were a problem for me, I think.
What a bunch of babes.
Kermit getting all the like, oh, to be in your flippers.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm glad somebody's on track. Kristen, keep us straight.
Oh, it-
This is a
okay.
song. I think this is the first song where Kate was like, "I like that one," and I was like, "Oh well, I'll play that one when Kate's around because she likes this song." So I gave her some chords.
Sweet, we'll see.
You just jiggle them around in whatever order you
Okay.
want. It'll be fine. But I know I should not leave. That girl has caught me by the collar. It's all what a kiss can mean. It's departure with a promise. My fellow passengers are discontent. The FAA has much to say. It's too much baggage anyway. Pull me out of line and have your way with me and throw me back again. I am no danger after all. What you get for looking at a place and seeming well, hell, all so excited before dawn. And if I look like something other than I am, I can't bitch about delays. But I know I should not leave. That girl has caught me with her je ne sais quoi, but I know, well, what one could mean. It's gonna be a long, hard departure. A harder landing, still the pilot has apologies. I can't hear him for the racing of my heart. Then he
on the plane for speaking out of turn. I think I must have muttered something about God. Really, who could blame me now? When the mud explode around, it's what you get for flying late for dawn. And if I look like something other than I am, I can't bitch about delays. Day is coming once again, and people sit in rage. I haven't cared in years for what they think. Fingers claw up on the clocks as they try and stretch the time with surgery and perjury and God. I'm so sorry, sweetness, but I booked this years ago, and I'm leaving in the morning for my fight. I got so much on my mind, and now there's someone on my lips. You must be crazy to be ready for my life. Whoa, hey, hey, how I hate to be late. Whoa, hey, hey, how I hate to be late. I know I need to leave, 'cause something caught me by the conscience. Instead I fall in 90 where I'm going, yeah. Well, Christmas won't find Texas, and back home I hear it's snowing. Give me back the trains, those DCs take their toll on me. I swear to you that I won't make a fuss. Clinging beast of steel and concrete, did you feel the want of it for me? Yeah, I know you felt the heat. Like something other than I am, won't you please excuse the dust and pardon all my mess? These trains ain't like planes, they will let me board regardless of the fireworks exploding in my chest. Hold me in the station, I'm no danger after all. Yeah, kiss me like it's snowing and they won't let us take off. I'm talking trusting slow and sweet. Well, I won't bitch about delays. Watermelon, 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 watermelon.
They overlapped it for an edge of it. Wow, you guys are generous to let me turn this thing on for that. I was like, you know it's on, right? I'm like, yeah, just keep watermelon.
I love my job.
You're amazing at it.
Even when the words are coming out of some other guy's mouth somewhere in Canada. We're going to play one last song. Thank you so much for joining us. We do Live from the Lair most every Wednesday. And you're right. I think the next one's the first one of the month, so we'll have Heather with us next week. And Heather always reminds me what lyrics are coming out of the mouth of the guy in Canada. And she helps me recapture them and put them back in my own damn throat. Again, paypal.me/ilyAIMY or Venmo to ilyAIMY. You want to help us out that way. Tip bucket. And ilyAIMY will be playing in Greenbelt, Maryland on Saturday, along with Orange G from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, who you may remember from the first of our Live from the Lairs out on the road in Pittsburgh. We went to him last time. He's coming to us this time. He's bringing a fiddler. A fiddler. Fiddler. And then they're going to crash here. So I'm not sure. I think
I'll be out by then.
We'll put them on the yellow rug there. That'll be
Yeah.
fine. And the cat will sleep on their head, and Baby Yoda will be like, I'm going to feed you frogs in the night.
Or that toad.
Or that toad. Or that toad. Well, how are you going to finish this out?
Oh, me?
Oh, I'm afraid so.
Oh.
Let's do that. The thing.
Sally boy.
Okay. We should keep it in the waters. Keep it in the waters.
Keep it in the waters.
Well, oopsies, wrong thing. Where's the? Uh-oh, I have too many devices.
It's been super fun having Kate here. Something a little different. I mean, we're always different, but
It's like different.
Difference to make. Different.
how much different?
Yeah, there
You did
Oh
make a difference.
yes. Okay, and then so we'll start. with
Man, it
this
is so nice to have the
slowly.
layer back. I think it is actually back together as of this moment. Plus or minus that one cable that failed.
Yeah.
That's a weight off my mind.
We'll start with this, and I'll peel it away as we get this. Hey, come here. I want you to meet someone. He's a bit waterlogged, muddled, spottish, sluggish, water doggy, muzzled by his lack of upper jaw. See a muddled look of puzzle or boredom so subtly modeled as he can't even yawn. He lay burrowed in concealment under his rock awning, a bump on a log, barely loping along, and he's owning it. Gobbling meals as they happen to pass his quick tongue, son of a gun, seemingly in meditation, then suddenly you're gone. Charming old overgrown larva, flaccid baby arms can't hold a lover till here comes his princess and they link single digits like a pinky swear to a partnered pair in health and in sickness. See, they're supposed to have at least one toe to a couple, together doubled. Say now, I see she shall explore, looking into his hunky larval flourish to see how he adores her. She is watching his massive red blood cells bounce and dash around at this blushing, crushing stud. A connection is buzzing now. Separation can't be bared, with fragile hearts broken like paper tears. A body with a physique of apparent betrayal, primed for appeal, but that's in our view of fitness and the way that our resilience appears. And survival's not like beauty to be measured by the seer, only skin deep of this treasure is somewhat clear. How did he begin? A whole century young and still in his placenta film skin, slimy and thin, distorted organs and a body a bit unfortunate. No longer is the will or ability to be a landlubber willingly. Weakling widow extremities can't handle much with absence of some fingies. Too strenuous is metamorphosis, can't hold a candle to his still and patient hovering. If it's not a must to develop it, water dog don't bother with. Barely any toes if he goes for rear legs at all. Honestly, between you and me, bones of the feet and skull are soft spots for this fellow. He's not a baby about it, it's just he's literally embryonic. Peter Pan, and he can't help it. Forever babe will never be a Toys R Us kid, or at least I doubt it. Cause the only thing in his will is to live. He has different limits instilled for what gives. He may not need the heart we feel so valuable. The brain thinks rain so powerful. His tongue must be quicker and keener than a sharp mind or a bullet so inferior. He's both simple and complex. A lot is going on inside of our friend, so let us dig in. Cells so swollen, he's packing a bigger genome than any four-legger known, though the marbled lungfish is the absolute largest, but our bud is on his tail, trailing right behind it. Speaking of lungs, mud pups and water dogs function without and instead breathe through his smooth dermis. This embryonic plethora dotted, he could use a prostodontist. Within him is parasitic DNA gone haywire. In the body of this fuddy-duddy, sluggardly little buddy with a serious look upon his face, like, what's so funny, honey? And in his simple brain that can regenerate. Was there atomic fancification to create an atomic so fascinating yet grotesquely basic? Is that degrading? Maybe. Not known for his brain's bronze or looks. But the species found a loophole that escapes all of us. Just like the majorly inflated genome, while the man himself manages to have a total lack of ego. Ballooning of the chromosomes, bloated belly full of confetti transposons. Scientists were avoiding reading its DNA because its sequence N makes math pie, a sprinkle or a sprint. Like the hellbender, this fine salamander carries the parasitic torch of his ancestors from 200 million years ago. And often over time, one usually finds that they've been pruning away at any threatening mutation which proliferates. They are slow to dispose, so those transposons don't accumulate. They have the lowest of the low metabolic rate and the lowest need for oxygen of any vertebrate. These special guy cells aren't specialized so well. Optic nerves with Rome-sprung neural fibers gone wild. The gray matter without single files for visual messages arrival. What does his tectum provide? While inside a wild ride of neurons chaotic, but with his misery misses by his slippery side. All feel symbiotic and fine. Ventricles held in walls like wet toilet tissue shells. Can't hold in feelings, see through it shows and tells. Seen as a hollow place, but maybe where his spirit dwells. Welling up with introns, so rich land is of no interest. He can love and feed, so his perch he shall not leave in earnest. Having no instinct for conquest, rather stay and sever and regrow, though awfully slow with that big old genome. He requires less formation of muscle or bone, cause he's got his lady in his pantry and his modest little home. He doesn't need his heart to love or brains to have a mind of his own. He doesn't need lungs to breathe or working hands to have and to hold. For this darling's perplexing existence alone, he is truly worth his genome in gold.
That's the closest to high I've ever been. I just want to jam with a delay pedal, listening to someone tell me science facts that are slightly erotic and strange. And that's okay. I sort of wish I had like some sort of smoke machine or something going on, and the lights could have come down to blue.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yep. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that I don't have the smoke machine.
Well, thank you for coming along on our non-smoke machine.
I totally want
Journey.
one now. Yeah.
Oh,
there you
Lord.
go.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Do-over. No. Ooh, wow. This is... For someone who doesn't see color much, you really know how to set the moods with it.
Yep. Well, we're just going to chill out here to our own dance party for the rest of this Wednesday night. We wish you a good Wednesday, good rest of the week. Stay cool.
Water bear, water bear,
Water bear, water bear. Yeah, why was I saying watermelon? Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, man, Eric's got 6 fog machines for his haunted display.
Ooh.
Borrow Good night, everybody.
water bear,
Yeah.
water